I wonder, how much of this do you guys actually watch? Well, don't be afraid to comment if you ever do watch this video, or any of my videos for that matter. I actually respond sometimes. Anywho, you'll notice that there's no dragon on here. I'd like to say I did that on purpose. I didn't, but I will call that a convenient accident. I need to get in here so that I can add stuff. Um, you may have noticed I've added some little flowers. I think this is glued on. Yeah, it's glued on. And these little tufts here, you may not be able to see those very well depending on what's going on. And they're still moving around a little bit because some of this is still setting. Most of this is pretty rigid though, but yeah, this part here is still gushy. It'll take forever to set. So, if you may remember, maybe a couple videos back or whatever, I said I had plans for the inside of this. So it's not like popping out or jumping out at you, but this is like a little spring that's coming out from here, and these little plants are growing around the spring. I made this little concoction here, and I think I'm going to add some more. Yeah, I'm going to add some more. So I made this using like a drop or maybe two of that green ink I showed earlier, and then a little tiny bit of water, but then I used this stuff. It takes a really long time to dry, but use enough of it in layers, and you have, depending on how thick it is, might even be several days to wait for it to dry. You actually have a nice little water effect. I was going to use this stuff. I'm not using this. This is very, very blue. There's a spot here where I kind of tested it. Took a while for it to dry. It just, and I added some ink to it just to kind of offset the clawing blue color, but you can see it dried in there. It's not what I wanted. So this effect here is more what I want. So I said I would show myself gluing tufts to this diorama, and I will glue tufts to this diorama. So some of the flocking's a little loose still. Yeah, and I've been adding a little bit of watered down glue every so often. That's a lot. Wow. That's a lot. I need to pay better attention. Okay. I know what I'm going to do. I know what I'm going to do. We'll do that. In spots where I want tufts to be. Yeah, we're learning as we go. In the past, I've used super glue, which it's a little more pinpoint, but I do believe that tacky glue, once it's dried, actually adds a lot more structural. I'm going to have to use this method to get in between there. So that's why I'm doing this. And I'll let this set overnight. It'll be very, very rigid. You thought I was going to say hard. So I have all of this stuff. Oh, there's more than that. Where's the other ones? Ah, the ones I need. Oh, there's one that fell to the floor over here. So, might not be using that. And I might skip the swamp tuft, so I'll probably stick with flowers and maybe the woodland shrubs. just because it's called a thing doesn't mean you have to use it for that thing. These are, I got these from the local gaming store. And just kind of stick them in there. Right. Stick another one here. And this adds a little bit of character to the diorama. And you can use it for a base. Where did this come from? That's from a different project altogether. No, this is a base, but you can use it for, like, I think I'm going to use these lowland shrubs. Well, I used one, it looks like. Well, that needs to be fixed. This is a base. This is a really big base, but you can use it for smaller bases, like your character base. I don't have anything readily available to show as a demonstration. Nothing that I'm willing to stand up and go get at the moment. But I'll put some yellow flowers on that corner piece over there. Yeah, you could decorate your character's base with this stuff. It adds a little bit of flair to it. So generally, because I'm the one usually DMing, so the only character bases I decorate are anything that I would use for an NPC. Most of the time, they get the red shirt treatment. In other words, I don't put much into them because they're usually killed off or, never spoken to again for whatever reason. So I don't put much into it. So I don't think I've used this for this kind of a diorama. I've used it for other things. But these can double as a shrub, right? So maybe yeah, this is what you wanted to see me do. Jerk off a glue bottle. Okay. Those look a little tired. There's others. I got this from dollar store, so it's probably not premium lichen, but it will do the job. I actually have some bunched up flocking that's kind of glued together that I'll probably use as bushes as well. But this adds a little bit of contrast. And you know what? Maybe this will be a fallen branch. I like that. I like the fallen branch. I should have put it down here or over here. Almost as bad as a ketchup bottle. So my flocking's still coming up. It's alright. Take this opportunity to glue it down and then glue it all to my finger. Yeah, there you go. I've seen people use flocking as like they turn it into a slurry. I might try that method. Might be a little quicker than doing the method I showed earlier, and then trying. Oh, yeah, I missed a spot here. So, you know what? Maybe I will. Just to mix things up, I'm going to use this deadland tuft. Just because it says deadland doesn't mean it has to be in the deadlands, you know? Who knows what's a deadland, right? Anyway, yeah, so I want to smash my tufts. Multiple points of interest here. Kind of like what I did here. Trying to think if there's anything else I want to do That would be pressing. Well, let's see. While I think about that, so yeah, my other. I have other projects I want to do. I'm trying to think of what to say while I'm doing this. I have other projects I want to do. Really at a loss for words. Oh, this is what I want to use as well. So yeah, use some of this. I think this has come along quite well. Yeah, maybe I can make some more bushes or more trees or whatever. They tend to be a little more laborsome, but doesn't mean I shouldn't do it, right? No, I'm gonna actually store this. I'm gonna actually store this like this. Okay, no, this is a recipe for disaster. Yeah, I'm just gonna lay it on its side. Maybe that'll help things out a little bit. Spot there. I'll put this homemade shrub. Look, see, I wasn't even trying, and I made something for my project. I wasn't even trying to make that. I made it. Yeah, so I think that about does it for that. That's just me gluing bits of moss and little pre-made flowers, and yeah, like I said, I made this out of that clear glue, a little bit of water, and a drop of that green ink. So that is how you do this. And then you will get to witness me glue my dragon back into place. Get to see me succeed or fail in that regard. I'll pop this negative, whatever that is. Just dry glue. I know exactly what it is. Put some of that in there. This stuff's really good, by the way. Probably the best super glue I've used so far. I'm sure there are brands out there that are better than this even. But so far, this is the best one I've used. At least it seems to be cooperating better than the other stuff I've used. So the trick to get it to set quickly and properly is to not move for the prescribed amount of time. So I'm actually moving a little more than I want to. My hand's moving. But you gotta go at least 10 seconds. This is what it says. Maybe it's 10 or 30, I can't remember. I'll go 1001, 1002, 1003, 1004, 1005, 1006, 1007, 1008, 2009, 2010. That's on there. I ain't touching it anymore. Uh-oh. We got a spill there. Oh no. I'm gluing my glued project. Well, I don't need this anymore. It's not flocking anymore. So that is that. Anyway, I'm gonna say the prescribed YouTuber things to say. Like, subscribe, comment. Yes, I know my videos are horrible. You can tell me what to do. I may actually take your advice. You can tell me what to do with my diorama building. This is probably... Well, this is the first... No, it's not the first one. I would say it's the third one I've built. Yeah, it's the third one I've built. The only one for this size mini. I did a black dragon, and I made a little mini diorama, but I used its base. I stayed within its base, and I thought it was pretty good. Yeah, maybe there'll be a video of me actually showing some of those other things that I've done. But yeah, I don't, as I said before, I don't always do tech videos. So this is this series is my first series of crafting videos. And there are friends of mine who have asked me to do it, and well, this is my first time actually breaking out of my usual mold and doing this. So yes, anyway, rambled on enough. Thank you for watching, and enjoy the whole series. Yeah, watch it all. You might actually learn something. Goodbye.